hey. I'm not even gonna do that thing where I say at the start of the video, hey, it's been a while, because like that's pretty clear. But there are a few new people that like must be finding my old videos and subscribing, so if you're new, then hey, thanks for subscribing, even though the last video I uploaded on here was like a month ago. I've been going through it. But I'm back with a sketchbook tour. I'm hoping that going through one of my old sketchbooks will like inspire me to make stuff, just like light a fire under my ass a little bit, I guess. I'm out of practice with making stuff, and I think that's why I'm never on this channel, because this channel is about like my interests and passions and, you know, creative stuff that I do. When I'm not doing any creative stuff, I kind of don't, there's no point in me filming, is there? Like that's kind of why I disappear, because literally for the last year, like this is the last sketchbook I finished, and ignore this because I got the year wrong, but I finished this in May of 2019. That's almost a year ago. I haven't finished a sketchbook since. I'm not even close. I don't even think I'm halfway through my sketchbook. I think I'd be lucky to be a third of the way through my sketchbook right now, which sucks. I'm trying to get back into it. I will talk more about that in another video. If you're ever wondering why I sometimes disappear, it's because I go through these periods where like I don't make anything. Anyway, this is my MOSSERY sketchbook, and as I said, this is the last sketchbook that I have finished. Sketchbook tour number 5, I think this is, which is crazy. I'm also going to do a little review of the MOSSERY sketchbook. This one's pretty banged up, which is weird considering I literally never take it anywhere. Like, I don't know, my tables must just be dirty or something, because my sketchbooks always end up like this and I never really take them outside of my house. So let's just crack on. So this is a sticker from Ashley's Lens. I bought her treehouse pin, which is really lovely. I have it on my hiking day bag. I'll link her channel down below if you don't already know her, but you probably do because she's awesome. And all this stuff in the start of the MOSSERY books, like, this might be a controversial opinion, but I don't see the point, and I don't drive with it. I would rather have a couple extra pages of paper to actually draw on than this garbage. I don't know why. I know that some people love them and I see them all filled out real cute, but I don't see the point. These are some marker drawings. They're on marker paper, so I stuck them in. And same here, these are all Copic swatches. I have a video on my Copic set. It technically is a Copic collection video because I include my sketch markers in it as well. So if you're interested, I'll leave that in the eye. And I also, actually weirdly, I have a video on this too. This is my swatches for my travel palette that I made out of my Magello Mission Gold watercolors. This is pretty much it. The only thing I did was I swapped the orange for indigo. So yeah, this line would be different. But yeah, these are my swatches. And then here's just some messing around. Because I bought the watercolor sketchbook, I wanted to see what it would look like. Some of this is Mission Gold, some of this isn't. This is all Magello. This stuff, some of it's Magello, like this is, but this brown isn't. I don't know what this is. Yeah, it's all Sailor Moon, I don't remember. I love the style of these though, particularly this one. These like top 4 here, really pretty. I should draw more like this. Like, this is cool. I like more watercolor stuff, experimenting with things. This is from Christmas 2019, which is crazy to me. I was gonna post it on Instagram, but I just didn't really like the way most of it turned out. I like these prawns. These prawns are probably the only thing I actually like. They're so cute. Look at his little eyes. That's adorable. This is from my travel watercolor palette video. I did not like the way these leaves turned out, but it was just an example, so who cares? Just more warm-ups and stuff. At the beginning of this sketchbook, I was kind of scared to use it, to be honest with you, because it's so expensive. It's expensive. So I was a bit intimidated by it, if I'm quite honest. And I'm also intimidated by watercolor a little bit still. At the beginning of this sketchbook, for sure I was. Don't mind that, that's just my neighbour's dogs. I don't know if I've ever shown Pia. I feel like she would have been in other sketchbook tours, but this is my original character, Pia. She's from a webcomic that I've never made. It's still sitting there waiting to get made. I have like some people hoard art supplies. I hoard unfinished comic scripts. So, you know, we've all got our vices. These are probably my favourite 2 things in the whole book, to be honest. Just creepy, unsettling things. So that's my vibe. This green is really pretty. How did I make that? This is a character sheet I did for myself. And it's actually, again, one of my favourite pages in this thing. It's just so fun. I love drawing expressions. This is from another video where I drew with puffy paint. I'll link that if you want to watch me flail around. It was dumb, but you know, I had fun. Some more Copic sketches. I wanted to see what the Copics would look like on this paper, and the answer is not good. Makes them look real streaky and gross. And then I was playing with like rusty kind of dried blood tones. And then this was when I was going to launch a shop, or at the very least do like some art market stalls and stuff like that, and I never got to do it because my life went to absolute tatters. But I mean, the ideas are all still there, so you know, who knows, maybe one day. But yeah, it's just doodling really. And then I did some figure studies. This is from probably Croquis Cafe. I missed one. Yeah, Croquis Cafe. This is my fave. You can tell because I spent the most time on it. And then a little try at a watercolor landscape. The landscape is garbage, but I don't mind the little dude. He's cute. This is just swatches from this page and also from drawing my doggos. Actually, I think this is just Ted because of his round ears. You can tell. I think his previous owner, he either got fly blown in his ears and they had to clip them, or they clipped them on purpose for some weird reason. But he has round ears. Then this is from another video. Why is the Copic marker video also spread out? But this is from my Copic marker video. Just a random page. I quite like this actually. I like the way all the inks looked together, especially with the colours. Look cute. I think I was trying here, you know, that thing where you use the Tombow like water-based ink markers and then you add water to them. I think I was trying that. At the time I really didn't like how it worked out, but I think it looks cute now. Playing with some gouache or acrylic gouache. Every time I say gouache, I mean acrylic gouache. Just for future reference, I don't own any gouache. I only own acrylic gouache. Just playing with color palettes and, you know, drawing, doodling, sketching, having fun, having a good time. I didn't like the way acrylic gouache looked in this sketchbook. It doesn't sit well with me the way it looks on here. It made the colors look really cheap and dumb. I don't know. This is from another video as well. There's a lot of videos in this sketchbook. I can't believe I was actually producing content. Wild. But this is from a video that I made about how to fill up your sketchbook. Maybe I should watch that. Maybe I should take my own damn advice. I drew all these pages in that video. Same with this. Definitely this, but I don't know about this one. Another sort of problem I had with this paper is that Posca markers really rip it up. It doesn't matter how gentle you are. They just tear the grit up. And I use Posca markers quite a lot, so it was kind of a big pain for me to not be able to use them because I only use one sketchbook at a time. I think that was my issue with this. I feel like this sketchbook is kind of made for specifically watercolor and ink, which is great, and like it says, that's what it says on the tin, right? Like I wasn't under any illusions that I'd be able to use a bunch of stuff in it, but it is kind of personally inconvenient to have to have a couple sketchbooks on the go just for paper quality. I don't know, maybe I'm just fussy. Oh, this is also from my sketchbook pages, from my sketchbook video. This is just notes for an anthology pitch. I didn't end up getting in, but that's okay because the comic that I pitched, I didn't actually make specifically for that anthology. I just thought I had an idea that kind of would fit the theme, but clearly it didn't, so that's okay by me. I really like this. This might be, I've said this like 3 times already, but this might be one of my favorite things in this book. It's really pretty. I love the galaxy effect. And the skin turned out so good. Like I just wanted to play with putting heaps of different tones in the skin. I love the way it turned out. It's one of my favorites. And then this is roughs for that comic that I pitched for that Death anthology. Just playing with ink washes. That's another thing about this, is that my ink washes look like garbage in this. I don't know why. Like fresh ink, plain ink looked fine, but ink washes looked terrible. I don't know why. This was for a video that never went up. I never finished it. It was about drawing screenshots of, not screenshots, like scenes from horror movies, which I would still really love to do. I just never quite finished it. I was kind of, this was like the peak of the hard times right here. This, just playing with more watercolors. I love the way her clothes turned out. She looks, I don't like her face at all, but everything else in this I really, really like. There's something off about her face that I don't jive with. And this is from a, ooh, dog hair, that's fun. From a Skillshare class. It's called Color Mixing, Finding Your Color Identity by Anna Victoria Calderon. Probably pronounced that wrong, but that's how it goes. And I found this really valuable actually. I hadn't like considered color theory this way, and I was wondering why all my mixes were turning out muddy, but having someone kind of visually lay it out for me was really helpful. And for some reason, just whenever I tried to like figure it out before, I never really got it. And yeah, this class was great. I highly recommend it. Non-spawn con, but yeah, especially like doing these, finding these in between colors. Oh, they're so juicy. Look at this. These, oh my god, look at all these mid-range colors. Oh my god, I love them. Okay, this is great. Drawing fruit. I feel like this is watercolor, but it looks shit. Maybe it's just the way I mix the colors, but I didn't like the way it turned out at all. And then this was, I saw Casey Golden do her, I'm pretty sure this was when her first video came out using the washi tape. And she's done a few since then. God, this is so long ago. It's crazy to me. This is all before I went to TAFE. Like, before I did this, I wasn't a nail tech. This is crazy to me. More acrylic gouache, trying to make it work. It just looks cheap to me in this sketchbook. I don't know why, but there's just something about it that looks off to me in this sketchbook. I don't know, the colors look weird. But watercolor obviously looks beautiful because it's a watercolor sketchbook. So if you only work in watercolor, and colored pencil as well, colored pencil I think looks gorgeous in this, but I really like working with markers, ink washes, paint pens, acrylic gouache. I use everything, so I want to be able to use everything in my sketchbook, even if it is watercolor paper. Like, I've worked on watercolor paper with other stuff before and it's been fine. It's just this book in particular. More like shop stuff. I don't know. It never really got off the ground, but it's still something I'd like to do one day. And then I think these are just all girls from Pinterest, to be honest with you. Just wishing I could look cool, essentially. And this is one of my faves. This was like right after the breakup, and I was just kind of like doing a bit of art therapy. And whenever I look at this, I'm kind of like, I feel that feeling again of just like everything not being okay, but like being okay in myself and kind of feeling like everything's gonna be fine one day, even if it's not fine right now. It's very comforting to look at for some reason. I don't know what this is. Got no idea. Also, I don't, mug, cup, brain, paint, quote marks, battery, hardcore, work, busy, productive. I don't know what this is. But these are from a lettering Skillshare class. And it was a really good Skillshare class as well, because you can see my first page, right? And then the progression from like that to that, so much better. Yeah, over the course of like an hour and a half, it was great. This is Hand Lettering Essentials for Beginners by Mary Kate McDevitt. So good, so good. This was brainstorming for another pitch. This one I actually got into and then I had to pull out of it. And I'm still pretty annoyed with myself about it. But basically, I've been trying to get into Dirty Diamonds for years, and I finally got in, and my mental health was just like not at a stage where I could make anything or do anything. Like, I was barely scraping through mentally, to be honest. Like, I was fine, but yeah, making stuff, yeah, for whatever reason, it was just hard for me, and I ended up having to pull out. But, you know, it's the way things go, and it's okay. You know, can't beat yourself up about it forever. Which is what I basically wrote to myself here. Everyone has shit going on. Stop making miserable your own special personality trait. I started drawing all this coral. I started back here. I really like the way it looks. I think it's pretty. Just random doodles. When I don't know what to draw, I always draw trees. Fun fact. And then just scribbling more coral. this. I don't know whether, I don't think I posted this exactly on Instagram. I think I redid it in Procreate and posted that. This was drafts for a painting. Oh, not drafts, but just like brainstorming for a painting that I wanted to make for my house, which I never ended up doing because I didn't fully like any of these, but I think this one's my favorite. I'm getting close to the end now. Just scribbling, doing witchy stuff. This is just plain ink, and it works much better in this sketchbook than the ink washes, but I mean, what's the point of just using plain ink if you can't use a wash as well? See, like this wash sits so, I don't know, there's something off about the way it looks, and I can't put my finger on it. And it's the same with the acrylic wash. There's something that's just a bit off about it. I like this to the other ink washes that were in there. I think I mixed this one fresh. The other ones I used with my little water pens, but yeah, there's just something that I didn't quite drive with. I like the effect of this overall, but when I look at the ink washes themselves, there are other sketchbooks that are way cheaper that I like the look of better, if that makes sense. And then this is fully undiluted ink, and you can tell because it's got those weird shiny patches. This is more work for Dirty Diamonds, just working on the script, drawing, kind of figuring out panels and stuff like that for the pitch. And then just some random character sketches. I don't think I had any reference for these. This girl is super cute though. I love her. Yeah, I think I was just doodling. Also, this girl is amazing. I've never been able to recreate this girl, but I think she's super cool. And yeah, just kind of drawing. I love the way this hand looks, how there's no wrist and the fingers are all like chunky and connected. I love that. And then the very underwhelming final page. And then I still have the Mossery wool card in the back there. And I don't know, I never have ephemera in here. Don't know why. Whenever I have these pockets and stuff in books, they're wasted on me. But that is my complete Mossery sketchbook. Overall, it's a decent sketchbook and I like it, but like for me personally, it costs too much for what it is. And that's purely because I'm in Australia and they have to ship here. And the shipping might be like $10 US or something, but that's like $16 Australian on top of what is, I think it cost me about $45 Australian to ship it here. Like to buy it and ship it here, in total I mean, which is a lot for a sketchbook that I'm not entirely happy with. So there's that. I understand that like a lot goes into them and they're very, you know, artisanal and beautiful and all that sort of stuff. I might try them again without the spiral because the spiral really bothered me. Yeah, it really bugged me for whatever reason. And I probably wouldn't get the watercolor paper again. I'd just get maybe even just a blank notebook, not even an art book, but just like just their blank book. I think I might have better luck with that. I just don't think it was suited to me personally for the price. I just want to clarify as well, like whenever I mention the price of stuff in a video, I always get comments that are like, well, I found it here for this price, and I'll go to the website and it'll be like American, and it's like, yeah, dude, of course it's $25 in your country. Not only is that $25 American, which is like probably $40 Australian, I would say, then I've got to pay the shipping, which would be $10 US or $15 US, and that's like, what, $20 Australian, $25 Australian. So it gets very expensive very quickly. So just like remember, before you comment, I'm Australian. Things cost different here. Thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting. I hope it helped you in some way, shape or form. I've been watching a lot more YouTube recently just because, I mean, obviously I'm at home like everyone else, so got a lot more time on my hands to watch silly things like sketchbook flip throughs and stuff like that. Well, a child just rode past on a scooter. My dogs are not happy about it. They're not having a minute of that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, I'm not sure why you watched it to the end, but I mean, thanks for the view. And if you want to, subscribe so you can see more. Hopefully I'll be putting up more videos and I have a little bit more spare time on my hands to mostly just to look after my mental health so I can make stuff again, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Either way, thanks. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.